Shalom, Kahloi, Yahawah,
Yahawah,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahawashi,
Yahawashi,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakam,
Rakam,
Kadash.
Kadash.
And I want to give double honor to the elders of Great Millstone Worldwell, and salutation and honor to all you Akim out there that are laboring and that are doing the work in faithful and in truth. My name is Michael Allah, and this brother is
Dawad.
and the title of this lesson will be, Without Faith, There Is No Hope. Without faith in the Lord, there is no hope. And I'm going to start off with 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7. The way you could take it from here. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight. Go ahead, the way you could
Everything that we do, we have hope in the Lord. It is faith that take us through.
That's why it is faith.
Faith that take us through.
Mm-hmm. And he says, we are confident, I say, in willing water to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord.
Yeah, it is important that we have faith, because when we are no longer here, when we are absent in the body, we would be if we are faithful with Yahawashi.
That's right.
Yahawah and Yahawashi.
And a prime example of that is the centurion. You know, just to show you, when you have faith in the Lord, in Yahawah Wa Yahawashi, nothing is impossible. Yahawah Yahawashi will get it done, you know, as long as you have trust and faith in Him and in His Son. And a prime example of that is in Luke chapter 7 verse 1. To show you, you know, how good it is to have faith in the Lord. This is Luke 7 verse 1. And he says, now, when he had ended all his saying in the audience of the people, he entered into Capernaum. And a certain centurion servant, that's in Luke 7 and 2, and a certain centurion servant who was there unto him was sick and ready to die.
Yeah, a centurion is a soldier. A soldier.
And he says, and when he heard of Yahawashi, he said unto him, the elders of the Jews beseeching him that he would come and heal his servant. And when they came to Yahawashi, they besought him instantly, saying that he was worthy for whom he should do this. For he loved our nation, and he had built us a synagogue. Then Yahawashi went with them. And when he was now far from the house, the centurion sent friend to him, saying unto him, Lord, trouble not thyself, for I am not worthy that thou shouldest enter under my roof. You know?
Yeah, he thought that he wasn't good enough. He was a very humble person.
Exactly.
And he thought he wasn't good enough for a man as Yahawashi to enter into his house.
Exactly.
So he stopped him.
He stopped him. He says, wherefore neither thought I myself worthy to come unto thee, but say in a word, and my servant shall be healed.
Yeah, he said he was that humble that he thought so highly of Yahawashi that he thought he should not even come and speak to him.
Yeah, he just said, just say in a word, and my servant shall be healed.
His faith, the faith that he had in Yahawashi, allow him to say, just say the word, and my servant will be healed.
Exactly. Come. And he says, for I also am a man set under authority, having under me soldier. And I say unto one, go, and he goeth, and to another, come, and he cometh, and to my servant, do this, and he doeth.
Yeah, so he was using his authority as an example for his faith.
Yep, exactly. And
when he tell a soldier do something, they do it.
Exactly. Con. And he says, when Yahawashi heard this thing, he marveled at him and turned him about and said unto the people that follow him, I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel.
Yeah, the guy had so much faith that only the word.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. Lord say you have not found such a great man with such great faith. You know?
Yeah. His faith was that great that only the word he expected to heal his
into his servant. And then in verse 10, and they that went sent returned to the house, found the servant whole that had been sick. So Yahushua just said a word, and then all of a sudden the servant just was healed.
Yeah, because the guy had so much faith. His faith was solid.
And yeah, his faith was solid. And of course, that's an Israelite, you know? That is definitely an Israelite. That ain't no Edomite or people of other nation, you know? Because only a Jake have that much faith in the Lord.
It's not only that.
Yeah.
It's only Jake that can be saved.
And only Jake that can be saved. And his servant most likely, definitely was a Jake.
Yeah.
You know, you just go to show you, you know, the power in having faith in Yahawah Yahawashi and what he could do for you, you know, and what the Lord, the Heavenly Father in heaven could do for you. If you believe and trust and have faith. Then there's another example about that woman who was bleeding heavily. And we'll bring it up in Matthew chapter 9. You know, you see Matthew chapter 9, verse...
She had an issue of blood.
Yep. Verse 20. And he says, and behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years.
Yeah, she was sick for 12 years.
Yep. She was, and he says, and behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. For she said within herself, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. You know, now, like the brother said, she was bleeding heavily for 12 years, as mentioned in the scripture. And she was reasoning with herself. She said, listen, because she knows the power. She believes and trusts in the power of Yahushua. And she said that this man, I know he could do it. He has the power to do it. And if I just touch
the
garment only, I'll be made whole again. I'll be healed. You see, that's the mentality that you need to have, you know, in your head, to believe, as long as Yahushua is with you, to believe that nothing is possible. With
everything is possible.
Yeah, I mean, Salaki, everything is possible with Yahushua.
Yeah.
That's the mentality you need to have in your head.
Yeah, that's the attitude. That's the mentality. That's the that's the way you should think.
Exactly. That's the way you should think. You know that there's nothing Yahushua can't do on this earth. Yahushua can do it all. You know, Yahushua can do it all. He got the power to do it. You know, and because that woman believed that Yahushua got the power to do it, that's why she was healed again, because of her faith.
Yeah. And she had faith, so she touched the garment and she was healed.
And then he says, but Yahushua turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, daughter, be of good comfort, that faith have made
no, you don't read everything.
Whole.
You don't read everything.
Actually, I mean, that's in Matthew chapter 9. Oh, okay, so like now chapter 9 verse 21, and he says, for she said, for finish suffering, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. But Yahushua turned him about, and when he saw her, that's it, and he said, but when Yahushua turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, daughter, be of good comfort, that faith I made thee whole, and the woman was made whole from that hour. But there was there's another one. Well, I think it's in Luke where he mentioned there
was a crush.
When Yahushua felt like a part of his power left from his body, and he turned around and said, "Who touched me?"
And his disciples said,
"Yep."
You're in a crowd. You expect people to touch you.
Exactly, and then Yahushua said, "No, someone did touch me." And the woman was so afraid. She admitted that she was doing that torture, and Yahushua said, "Your faith had made you heal."
Yeah.
You know. It's all about the faith, because in that time of trouble that is coming here in America, and able to survive, you're gonna need that faith in Yahushua. You know, the Heavenly Father may put you into a condition where you feel that you are hopeless. You know, when you feel that that you are lost, that you can't do anything.
Like this is the end.
Like this is the end. Like what? You know, I can't do anything. You know. I'm done. But if you have that faith in you and you just keep on going, then Yahawah will save you and will deliver you in that time of trouble. You know, you may feel that Yahawah is not with you at a point, but that's when that faith start kicking in. You know, it's all about the faith. And I'm going to bring out in let's see here. I'm going to bring out 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 11. You know, bear with me for a moment, Akim. It's 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 11. Now it says this. I believe this is Paul. He says, persecution, affliction, which came unto me at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystra. What persecution I endure, but out of them all the Lord deliver me. You see? Now, just to give an example of the time of trouble, he
had all kind of trouble. Paul suffered a lot. And if he did not have faith, he would not have been a disciple.
No, he would have fell. Yeah. He would eventually fall.
Yeah, he had so much problems.
So much problem, and through his faith and believing Yahawashi, you know, that's why he was delivered through all of them. You know, a prime example is Peter, which I'm going to bring up in Acts chapter 12, verse 1. I'm going to start at verse 1. You know, and he says, now about that time, this is Acts 12:1. Now about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hand to vex certain of the church.
Yeah, he wanted to kill a lot of the people in the church. To put it simple.
Exactly.
He just wanted to kill a lot of people in the church. Herod, the Edomite.
The Edomite, that's right. Herod the Edomite. And he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw it pleased the Jew, you know, and that's the worst thing about it. It was our own people that was seeking to kill us. You know, seeking to kill a prophet. And because he saw it pleased the Jew, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of 11 bread. And when he had apprehended him, and he put him in prison, and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers. Quaternions of soldier, to keep him and intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. So basically
after Passover though.
Exactly. So
Easter.
So Herod had 4 soldiers to grab Peter up and to put him forth in prison. And when that time comes to bring him forth to the people, of course, to pass judgment and to execute him upon the crowd. Of course, that's exactly what he was going to do. You know? And he says in verse 5, Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto Yahawah for him. And when Herod would have brought him forth, the same night Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers, bound with 2 chains, and the keep before the door kept the prison. And behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him, and a light shined in the prison. And he smote Peter on the side, and raised him up, saying, Arise up quickly. And his chain fell off from his hand. And the angel said unto him, Gird thyself, and bind on thy sandal. And so he did. And he said unto him, Cast thy garment about thee, and follow me. He went out and followed him, and wist not that it was true, which was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision.
Yeah, he thought he was dreaming.
Yep. And he says, when they passed the first and the second ward, they came into the iron gate that leadeth into the city, which opened to them of his own accord. And they went out, passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. And when Peter come to himself, he said, Now I know of surety that the Lord hath sent his angel, and have delivered me out of the hand of Herod, and from all the expectation of the Jew. And
that is because he had faith.
Yeah, exactly.
He had faith, and besides the faith that he had people praying for him without ceasing.
And those people also have faith
in
the Lord. They have faith that the Lord would deliver Peter out of that prison. You see? You know, and it's all about that faith. And this going to come upon a time where you're going to have certain brothers going to put in that same situation. You know, Esau's going to take them, put them into a female camp prison, and then the Lord might even come and as a guard, as a security guard, you know, but it's actually an angel. Because the Lord could send his angel, and the angel could come in all form. They could come in and then open up the door and then lead you right out that prison gate and then just vanish. Same thing, same situation may happen in that time of trouble, but it's about that faith. You have to believe that the Lord could deliver you through any situation.
Yeah, any situation.
And then if you start having doubt that whether the Lord can deliver you or not, then you will not be delivered. You will not be delivered. And I'm going to bring out Hebrew chapter 11. Hebrew verse 11, verse 1. And he says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
Yeah.
The evidence of things not seen.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, when you hope for something, it's something that is abstract, something that you cannot see. And but it is something that is powerful, because that is something that can take you anywhere.
Like, for example, we teach that America is going to be destroyed.
Yeah.
And we have faith and believe that it will happen. And it will be destroyed. You know? We have faith that the Lord will deliver his elect man, and the Lord will deliver his elect man. It's all about the faith. You know, and when that time do come, the Lord's going to be testing a lot of people, you know, to see whether they're in their faith or not. Every day we're being tested for our faith. You know, and I'm going to jump down to verse 6 in Hebrew 11 and 6. And he says, but without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Yeah, you cannot please the Heavenly Father if you don't have faith. Because there is a certain amount of trust that you have to put in him.
God.
And if there is no faith, you can't put trust in anything.
And he says, for he that cometh to Yahawah must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Yeah, he has to believe that he is, that he exists, that he is the person that the scriptures say he is.
Exactly. And he says, by faith, Noah being warned of Yahawah of things not seen as yet. Just like we out there teaching. We by faith, we preach to the people, you know, but we have not yet seen the nuclear missile come. But we preach that he's going to come. And that it will come. And that's
that was the same thing of almost all the not almost of all the prophets. They did not see what they were talking about. They talk about something that was in the future.
In the future,
something that was supposed to come along, and it has happened in every case.
In every case, and they seen it happen.
Yeah.
You know, like for example, Noah preached about Nineveh being destroyed, even though it didn't happen at that hour that he thought it would happen. But eventually, Nineveh did get destroyed.
Yeah.
You know, it's about that faith, and believe that anything that the Lord, believe that when the Lord says it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And Noah was the same thing. Noah back in his day, he was saying the same thing. He said, by faith, Noah being warned of Yahawah of things not seen as yet.
Yeah, he was warned about a flood. That in those days, nobody had seen anything falling from the sky.
Yes, it was
that you call rain.
Yep. And he says,
nobody saw that.
He saw that, and he says, move with fear, prepare an ark to the saving of his house, by which he condemned the world and become heir of righteousness, which is by faith. Yeah. Because of the faith that Noah had, when the Lord spoke to him and told him that he's going to destroy the world with a flood, you know, Noah believed in Yahawah, and he listened to the word Yahawah. The first thing Noah did was he preached to the people about that flood.
He followed the instructions.
He followed the instruction. As he's building the ark, he also was out there telling the people a flood is coming, but no one listened. No one didn't believe in the word that Noah said. You know, to the spirit of Yahawah.
Except his family.
Except only his family. And because Noah and his family have faith, you know, because of Noah, you know, by his faith, his whole family was saved, along with his sons and his sons' wives. And this one, this is Hebrew 11 verse 8, and he says, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after received for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. By faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in the tabernacle with Isaac and Jacob, the heir with him of the same promise. Now Abraham is a prime example of faith. The Lord called out to him, told him that get up and go. Abraham leaving from where he was at, not knowing where he go, and until the Lord eventually led him to the land that he promises. From him and then from him to his son Isaac and then Jacob. You know, it's all about the faith. It's all about the faith. And then in fact, let me see. Let me just down let me see one about the harlot. What's the name again? No, in Jericho. Yeah. Okay, there you go. There you go. This is by faith the wall of Jericho fell down after they were compassed about 7 days. Now imagine somebody tell you to walk around 7 days and scream and be like, hold on a second, you mean to tell me I'm just gonna walk around and just yell my voice and all of a sudden the wall is gonna fall? Now imagine that would happen today, you know. They like some guy just came out of nowhere and said, the Lord tell me that we gotta walk around in a circle and scream and the wall will collapse. You think people will believe that? They would think that the guy is insane, you know. You know, yeah. They would think him insane. If a guy were to tell you to walk around your I'm talking about today, walk around your enemy. Let's say your enemy have a big wall and walk around, just scream and just blow the trumpet, and the wall will just fall down. Yeah. People would think that. People today would think that, man, that's impossible. Crazy. That you're crazy. You're nuts. You know. But back then, Israel had faith in the Lord. You know, they have great faith in the Lord back then. You know, and they listened to Joshua, whom the Lord was dealing with. You know, and the Lord spoke to Joshua, and he told the people of Israel, you know, the Lord told Joshua, this is what we're going to tell the people of Israel: circle the city 7 times. You know, and guess what? Not one person disobeyed the word of Joshua. At that time, not one person disobeyed the word of Joshua. Why? Because they all have faith that the city would collapse, just as the Lord said it would. And he says, by faith.
So these were rare times in Israel.
Yeah.
Because today in Israel, you have more people without faith than you have with faith.
Exactly. In today's time,
more people that would deny that Yahawah exists than would affirm that he exists.
Exactly. And he says, by faith, the wall of Jericho fall down after they were compassed about 7 days. You know, he take great faith, you know, great faith, you know, in the Lord for that wall to crumble down. Yeah. And he says, by faith, the harlot Rahab, now this is what I'm looking for, by faith, the harlot Rahab perished not with them that believe not. You see, now that's the reason why I want to bring this out, because in today's society, a lot of people don't believe in the word of Yahawah Wa Yahawashi, especially Jakes. You know, a lot of you Jakes out there who are in the world don't have faith in the Lord. Even those who are claiming themselves to be Christian don't have faith in the Lord. So he says,
well, I look at Christianity as a completely false religion, because it has nothing to do. They use the Bible, but the Christian itself has nothing to do with the Bible.
Exactly.
The people that practice that has nothing to do with the Bible. They're contrary.
And he says, by faith the harlot Rahab perished not with them that believe not, when she had received the spies with peace. You know, because of her faith and belief, you know, that she was going to be delivered, and she led the spy to safety. That's what saved her life. Her faith is what saved her life. Yeah. You know, the whole, even though I jumped down from Hebrew 11, but the whole chapter of Hebrew 11 is all based on faith. You know, just to give you an idea, is this is what will happen when you have faith in Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. You know, if you believe and trust in the Lord, that everything will be good with you. Everything will be good. As long as you believe and have faith in Yahawah Yahawashi. Because the time is coming where all of us will be put through that test. Just like those ancient prophets, those ancient Israelite back then. You know, like the brother said, Israel back then, how their faith was much more greater than compared to today's time. Because in today's time, like the brother said, there's not a lot of people that have faith. You know, and the Lord Yahawashi said this: if you have a faith as small as a grain, as a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. You know, when you have faith in the Lord, you're gonna be able to do miracle things that people in today's society would think would be impossible to do. It's all about that faith. Without faith in Yahawah Yahawashi, there is no hope. There is no deliverance. You know, it's the faith in Yahawah Yahawashi is what will save your life and help you to progress in life and hope that you make it in the kingdom. It's all about the faith. You don't have to see it to believe it. You just have to have faith. You know? So with that, I'm going to say, call Lord, Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Wakar, Kadash. And I want to give double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who will well, and salutation and honor to all you Akim out there that are laboring and that are doing the work in faithful and in truth. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.